To claim that you can be at 26,000 feet not on oxygen and have 100% of your decision-making capacity just is not true.
He climbed Everest in K2 without oxygen, and today in this short clip, Adrian Ballinger talks about the recent uptick in 8,000-meter peak clients being guided by guides who are not using bottled oxygen. It's the deadly lure of the 8,000-meter peaks. The very idea of climbing an 8,000-meter peak is to push physical and spiritual boundaries. Climbers have invested so much and are understandably reluctant to turn around even when conditions dictate otherwise. But the 8,000-meter peaks of the world operate on a completely different timeline and sometimes come into direct conflict with human ambitions and human deadlines. And the consequence of being a relatively inexperienced climber or a client is that the individual is totally reliant upon the guide to make all of the decisions. The whole idea of decision making is where this clip with Adrian Ballinger comes in. You've got some great, without bottled oxygen ascents under your belt. You got K2, Everest.
Just Everest and K2 without supplemental oxygen. Because the reality is still a vast majority of my time in the big mountains has been guiding and expedition leading. It's such a passion of mine to try to bring other people to these sort of peak performance places and experiences. And while some might disagree with me, I feel very strongly that if I'm in a guiding role, I must be on oxygen. I just know how my brain works on oxygen and without, despite being genetically lucky and talented at altitude. I've only learned to feel stronger in that, in my mountain climbing, but also I'm a pilot for the last 6 years. I've been flying small planes as sort of a hobby and a passion that's outside of my professional work of climbing and skiing. And, the data is just so clear. Above 12,000 feet, pilots are required to wear oxygen if they're above 12,000 feet for more than 30 minutes. And the reason is there is just reams of data from military pilots that have been studied. The decision-making falls apart at high altitudes. But to claim that you can be at 26,000 feet not on oxygen and have 100% of your decision-making capacity just is not true. Yeah. And so that was my soapbox of one of the things I see in the industry right now of, Anatoli Boukreev used to do it in the 90s and he was an outlier. And now somehow it seems to be coming back, guiding and expedition leading, not on oxygen, and I just think it's wrong.
Check the link in the notes of this video to find the full interview clip with Adrian Ballinger about climbing Everest without oxygen and how he got there. Take good care of each other, do a good deed, don't tell anyone about it. Make the world a better place, one step at a time. Peace out, my friends.